Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video because today is going to be all about confidence. I'm going to tell you how you can master being confident all the time. So make sure you watch this video till the end and hit the subscribe button and like this video already. Let's dive right into the video. So I want to talk about insecurities because usually if you're not confident, it's because you feel insecure, you don't feel like you're enough. And I can also speak from my own experience because I was being bullied for almost my entire life when I was in school. So I had to become, confident. I had to love myself. I had to know who I was and I needed to accept myself. But that is really hard if everyone in your whole life has been telling you that you are not good enough and that you're not okay and that you should be pleasing people, and that can make you really insecure. Usually when you are like a people pleaser, you don't care enough for yourself. You care a lot about other people and not about yourself. So when somebody tells you that you look disgusting today, you're gonna believe that because obviously you don't care enough for yourself. You only care about what other people think of you because you are a people pleaser. So it's obvious that you're gonna think that. Also, when someone close to you says something bad about you, it's gonna hit harder because you think that they care about you and that they love you. So their opinion is gonna matter the most. And that hurts. I think that almost everyone has this. I think that we care too much. Okay? I used to care too much and I learned to not care about people's opinion because they are not gonna matter. It's your life. Okay? So I want you to ask yourself, what was the cause of me being this way? Did somebody once tell me that I was ugly, that I don't look good enough? Because when you become aware of what the cause is, you can build your confidence from that point. So the next thing that I want to talk about is self-acceptance, self-love, self-worth. Because if you don't accept yourself for who you are, then you cannot be confident. Okay? So I remember when I was being bullied, I could not look at myself in the mirror. I was just thinking about like, oh my god, I hate my eyebrows. Oh my god, I hate the way I look. I don't like my hair, my body, whatever. Because people told me that the way I look wasn't the way I should look, So I started believing that. I could not even look at myself in the mirror. And now when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, wow, I am really good looking. So how did I change that? And honestly, what I'm going to tell you right now is probably gonna be really awkward because it's also like an assignment. I want you to do this, okay? I want you to look at yourself in the mirror every day, morning and night. You're gonna face yourself in the mirror and you're gonna think of one thing about yourself that you kind of like. When I started doing this was the first thing I did when I wanted to improve myself because I hated myself. And I did that, and at first it was really weird because I was like, I don't think I can do this because I have to look at myself and I'm really ugly. But then I started looking a little, deeper into my face, and then I realized that I do have a really nice nose. The shape of my eyes are actually really nice. Certain things like that. And if you do this every day, at some point, you will accept yourself because you are facing yourself. Honestly, this also might sound pretty, hard, but you are literally made to look like the way you look like right now. You are made to look like this. I mean, there's always like ways to improve how you look on the outside, but we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But I just wanted to clarify that you were made this way. Your body, your face, your hair, your eyebrows, whatever, you were made to look like this. And like I said, you have to look at yourself in the mirror every day and find something that you actually like about yourself. It's not only about your face, it's also about your body. After a while, I promise you that you will look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I am actually really, really pretty. At least that's what I did when I started on my self-improvement journey. And that started when I was like 12 or something. So I've been doing this for quite some years now. Whenever I take a photo with someone, and I don't really think about the fact that I look ugly anymore, because that's just the way I look. I cannot change anything about that. I also want you to ask yourself, what do you believe about yourself? Because it's also the way you talk to yourself. If you think that you're dumb or stupid, then you're gonna be dumb and stupid. That's the way how you talk to yourself, and that's also how other people are going to perceive you. So how do you see yourself, and what do you think about yourself? And for this, I also want you to write this down. And trust me, when you do this, you are gonna realize how stupid it is that you think so low of yourself. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. All my life, everyone around me always told me that I was really skinny, okay? And that I needed to eat more. And in my head, I was thinking like, oh, so I'm like unhealthy skinny, okay? So I always thought that for years, okay? And then a couple days ago, a week ago actually, we were taking a group photo because I was like at some sort of like an event, and we were taking a group photo. And then I was looking back at the picture, and I was looking at my body, and I was like, what? I'm actually not skinny at all. And I said that to my mother, and she was like, no, you're not skinny. Why do you think that? Because I was like, everyone always told me that I was skinny. Always. That I was like unhealthy kind of skinny. But in fact, people were just jealous because they would die to have my body. And I just came to realize it. Also, in personal development, I don't think you're ever done with growing. So for me, that was also like an eye opener that I was not skinny at all. I'm just good the way I am. I've always loved my body, but it was just unconsciously in my mind, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, how did I think so low of myself? Because I'm healthy. I'm good. Why did I believe something that somebody told me years ago when I was like 5 or something? So now we're going to talk about appearance, okay? Because being confident is not only like being and feeling confident on the inside, but also on the outside. And if you look good on the outside, you're going to feel good on the inside. I want you to think about, how would the most confident version of you look like? Okay, what does she wear? How does her hair look? How does she do her makeup? What does she look like? You don't have to wear expensive clothes, okay? I'm not saying go buy expensive clothes. Just wear what makes you feel nice. It's also kind of like self-care, because the most confident version of you cares a lot about herself, and she takes care of herself. You can literally go on Pinterest and type in outfit ideas for the winter or summer, and they will come up with so many ideas. And also, if you want to look like the best version of you, I think you're allowed to, treat yourself with some nice new clothes or something. I mean, because you deserve it. It's also what you think about yourself. If you think that money is a problem for you and that you should save it for whatever reason, and you don't buy yourself anything, then that means that you think that you don't deserve anything. It's okay to buy something because it's for a good cause. You are going to be the best version of you. So I also want to talk a little bit about, it's also like a little bit about appearance, but it's about how others can perceive you and how you can improve, things. I don't know how to say that in a word, because English is not my first language, but that doesn't matter. So What I mean is, how do you walk? How do you talk? Do you look at somebody's face when they're talking to you? Something that I've learned when I was working in that hotel is that eye contact is so important, okay? Because the eyes are literally, the door to somebody's soul. I don't know if I just said that right, but when you look at somebody and you look at them in the eye, they feel like they are being listened to, okay? They feel like you are actually interested in something, in someone. It's also the way you talk. It doesn't matter if you are an introvert or an extrovert. Because I think I'm more introverted than extroverted, but I do know how to talk to people. And I also want to talk about the way you stand, the way you talk and walk. Because if you're gonna stand like this, I don't think anyone is gonna think that you're confident. You wanna look confident, you wanna look like you are that biatch, okay? I always say to myself that I should be the best version of myself. I also call it like the higher version of myself. But you can also create like an alter ego. You can even give her a name. My sister and I, we created a character when we were younger, and she was like our alter ego. She was like so confident. She always said what she was thinking. She was not scared to talk to people. She was like the both of us, like me and my sister, but then the perfect version of us, basically. Like you can create like an alter ego or your higher self, best version of you in your head, and you gotta be her every time you go do something. Every time that you go outside and talk to people, or every time you have like something important to do, be that version. I think we all know that scene from Euphoria where Maddie is talking to Lexi about confidence, and she is right. I always say that with confidence, you have to fake it until you make it. And everything that I've talked about in this whole video, you have to put it all together and fake it till you make it. So if you still feel insecure in big crowds, you just gotta pretend that you're not. If you still feel ugly, still do your makeup, still wear a cute ass outfit, and still go outside. And pretend that you don't feel insecure or awkward. Because trust me, at some point you're just gonna be like, wait, it comes naturally to me. I don't feel awkward or insecure anymore. You gotta own who you wanna be. You gotta own who you are. I'm not saying pretend to be someone else. I say that you have to pretend to be already the person who you were meant to be. I always say that you're never done with growing as a person. And I also say that it's okay to feel insecure sometimes, or to feel a little less pretty, but it doesn't mean that I think I'm disgusting and ugly. I still love myself. You gotta fake it till you make it. I think this was it for today. I'm just thinking, I don't think I forgot anything. I also made some notes, but sometimes I just talk so much that I forget things. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter. I think I've said what I had to say. Just to say it like one more time, I want you to do an experiment with everything that I've said in this video and start today. This is the end of the video. I hope you guys learned something about this video, and I hope that you're really gonna do it, because trust me, it works. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be up to date whenever I post a video. I am also changing my content, because it used to be like makeup videos and actually just makeup videos, but I really do enjoy talking about certain topics, and I do believe that I have, knowledge that I can bring into our world, and I just want to help people. So, yeah. See you guys in the next video. Bye!